This show is Glutinous Minimus. This is the mostly gluten-free beer show this week. And the first beer that we're going to try this week is the Stone Delicious IPA.
Beer Coasters podcast now with less gluten.
This is a fermentation conversation. Yeah.
So, we are drinking the Stone Delicious IPA. This is from Stone Brewery out of Escondido, California. And they're like all over now, right? And there's
In
one
Germany.
in Germany, yes, Berlin, yeah.
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 Oh, Richmond, Virginia, Escondido, California, and now Berlin.
So this is an IPA from Stone. Big surprise there.
Mm-hmm.
The alcohol content, 7.7. And the IBUs are 75. And let's crack it. And I'll talk about the
All right.
hops that aren't all top secret.
Not top secret. That's good.
I know. So the featured hops in this particular beverage are Nugget, Calypso, Lemon Drop, and El Dorado.
Whoa. That was an aggressive pour.
Yeah, I got mine.
like a Yeti. Yeti fist.
Oh man.
The Sam Adams perfect pour right on the blue line. Ed, I don't know how that happens, but it's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's magic.
Yeah. Magic.
Nice and clear.
I
Very clear, yeah.
don't really have much else.
A lot of bubbles here.
There's not so much gluten in the way. I can see through it pretty well.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Hey, how are you?
I
can
see clearly now the gluten's gone. I can see.
Yeah, it's like a, I don't know, pale orange or
orange.
Boy, you must be half blind.
It's golden. It's yellow.
yeah, golden. Yeah.
Stone made a yellow beer.
Very
It's a
golden
fizzy
in
yellow
color.
beer. That's what
It
it is.
is a fizzy yellow beer, but it's got a really nice head. I mean, that's just hanging out. It's not
Yeah.
going anywhere.
It really is.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's picture perfect. I feel like I should take a snapshot of it, but I won't. So,
Ooh,
let's see. It was
lemon
it's,
candy.
Yeah, candy. Very candy-like. You're right. It's a big citrus candy.
I know that the hop is lemon drop, but it smells like the little hard candy lemon drops.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of pine and some earthiness in there. And then, yeah, that lemon candy.
It has it's like a very bright aroma. It kind of like almost wakes you up a little bit.
I got that when I first cracked it, before I poured it. Yeah, it kind of like, I got that, that hop shock real fast. Like, whew, this smells good. But now that it's kind
Hop
of...
shock. Can we
Hashtag
trademark
hop
that
shock.
real quick? Yeah. Hashtag verbal hashtag.
But now I'm getting more of like a woody, earthy, slightly
Woody, huh?
piney, grainy. Yeah, it's like the graininess is coming out, even though it's
There's
supposed to be
something a
less
bit-
grain, I guess.
Like
getting-
just
I'm
a
getting-
hint of herbal something.
Yeah,
Is that
Yeah.
like quinoa? You get that quinoa on the nose? That quinoa smell? Sorghum? Is that
sorghum, quinoa. Yeah.
I'm getting some quinoa on the finish here.
Well, it's an arrowroot. That's what it is. It's a little arrowroot.
All right, I'm going to take a sip. Enough of this sniffing.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum.
Cheers.
Taking a sip, yeah.
Those bitterness units are front and
Yeah.
center.
you
I don't understand how they can get it 7.7%.
I don't know. I don't think the gluten has anything to do with the alcohol content.
Well,
there.
that's true, yeah.
All right,
What,
there.
what do you mean?
the-
You
All
don't know
right,
how
there,
they get
Professor
7%.
Tobin.
But that's what I think is odd about this beer is, and Mike, you and I were talking off mic about how they talk about it being gluten reduced. So it's not necessarily gluten free, it's
Right.
gluten reduced. So they do some interesting brewing process to where they're not completely removing the gluten, but when you read the steps on how they do it, it sounds like it's gluten free. It's weird. You're just like, okay, well, why don't you just
And I think
call
it-
it gluten free?
Probably could be. Like I said, we think it's probably like some kind of legal issue where you can't actually prove without
Right.
expensive testing to say that
Yeah.
this is completely free of gluten.
Right.
You know?
They
And you're
took the necessary steps to make it gluten free, but it could be, I guess.
right.
But
and-
I will say that a lot of gluten free beers I've had don't taste like beers, and this actually tastes like a beer.
Well, your opinion may change after this episode because over
Okay.
the years, much like other brewing methods, the brewers have not really perfected it, but they've learned and things have changed. Because I'll tell you that I've had gluten-free beers recently that I was like, wow, this is pretty good. Because I remember I had the Tweezenale years ago.
Yes, I did
And
too.
You
Yes.
had it on, Mike. You had it on the show, which we
Uh-huh.
should probably look that up real quick so we could tell people what show you had that on. But
Hmm.
that didn't feel like a beer. You felt like you were drinking. I don't know what it was. Right?
Yeah,
Ian?
I don't know what it was. So maybe I'm just used to the
No.
gluten free classics.
Yeah,
Joey, are you referring to the Beer Coaster's Earth Day issue?
that could have been it. Yeah.
Yes,
Back in 2012?
2012 Beer
That was
Coasters classic.
Beer Coaster's classic right there. So yeah, I mean it still has decent mouthfeel and it still feels like an IPA.
Yeah, I mean,
calling it delicious is I mean it is.
well, that is very Stone.
Yeah,
You know.
it's true.
Those arrogant bastards, them.
Yes.
No, would you know
Their
that this
ego
is
is
gluten-free?
quite large. What?
Like, if you tasted this next to like side by
No.
side, would you be able to pick out this?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I don't think so either.
I'm getting that lemon. I'm getting plenty of citrus, some grassiness, a little bit of earthiness, and a tiny bit of spice. I mean, it feels very Stone IPA to me.
Yes, it does, but it's a very light. It almost feels like this could be like Stone's version of a session beer, even though it's like 7.7, which I would never guess this beer to be.
Yeah.
But maybe all the bitterness is kind of hiding some of that.
It's definitely spicy. It's got, the huge lemon candy nose, but then, it's all bitter on the finish. I mean, that's what an IPA is, but it
Yeah.
definitely. Like, is that the spiciness that I'm tasting, maybe, or almost like a?
I don't think so.
toasted-
I think it's straight hop bitterness.
Well, it has a nice zest, like a good lemon zest, almost like a coriander type of, like almost sharpness, like a lemon citrus sharpness, pithy
Okay.
almost, I guess, or
Think-
astringency. I kind of like it. It's starting to grow on me. At first, I was like, "Yeah, this is."
Yeah, it seems to be
Whatever.
improving your vocabulary.
Thanks, Stone.
I'm sure that's going to be in the next marketing ad. Can improve your vocabulary.
One beer at a time.
We've been doing this show since 2009, and I still don't know what I'm talking about.